is up, guys? Steady Hand here. I just wanted to make a little video to talk about the awesome experience I had at the brand new Mullett Arena at Tempe, Arizona, the home of the Arizona State Sundevils Division I men's hockey program, as well as their Division I wrestling program, which, funny enough, doesn't get a lot of love as their hockey program. I think they should. They're not ranked as they should, but they should be, putting off multiple upsets. They upsetted Penn State my freshman year when I was there, and they were #1 in the country at the point, and they have won Pac-12 championships back-to-back, actually. So they're a pretty good program, very underrated, and as well as the Arizona State gymnastics program. Gymnastics is just awesome to go to. But anyway, it is the brand new arena for the Arizona State Sundevils and the programs that house it. And I kind of want to give my thoughts. I went to the very first Arizona State Division I men's hockey game, and that was a blast. And it was just an awesome experience all around. The arena is really nice. It was an awesome experience. So one little caveat, but I knew that this was probably going to happen, is there is only one entrance into the main arena. It is on the side of the arena where the Jumbotron is and where the name of the arena is. And that's where it looks the nicest. It has like a nice concourse area. You can see into where the they have like a concession stand. They have a little stand to sell merchandise. You can kind of see into there. And that's where it looks so official. Unfortunately, that wasn't the experience I had. I had to go through the student entrance because I was still a student at the time. I'm still a student at the time. And the student entrance is just basically the stairwell that's next to it. They have stairwells on every single side of the arena. The student entrance, though, would just happen to be a stairwell that went in from the entrance where the community rink was. So you could see where the community rink was that people can use. They could rent and use that. It's a community rink open to the public. But you had to go through the staircase. You did have to go up to that stairwell. However, once you opened that door, oh my god, chills ran down my spine. It was superb. It was excellent. It was awesome. And it was just so magical. You could see the stand that was right next to it. I couldn't remember what was on that side. I think it was just like a regular concession stand. They had like actual restaurants in there. There were 4 concession stands. Only 2 of them I know offhand because they were really big ones. The #1 was Venezia's Pizzas, and that was just because Venezia was a huge sponsor. They were making sure the professor name all over Sundevil Stadium and through ASU, so I knew that one. The second one was the big one that was said, and that was Shaq's Chicken. Shaquille O'Neal's chicken establishment was inside the arena, and that was pretty cool. The biggest thing that I really loved about that place was the decking and just overall the whole look of the inside. Oh my god, it was magical. Holy crap. Just one side of the wall said the Sundevil Devil Deck. There was Arizona State on the sides where there's obviously room. You could put whatever you want, whether it's championships, retired numbers, whatever you would like. The other side had the Fear of the Fork with the flags. It was awesome. It was just what I wanted out of this small little community rink in Arizona State. I didn't want anything huge. I didn't want anything to look like DFA. I didn't want anything to look like Sundevil Stadium where it was just these big and it looks like a normal college stadium you go to. It felt nice. It felt secluded. It felt very in. You felt in a small community, and that was so awesome to feel. I will say this though, one thing that did kind of throw me off, which I should have expected, but it's still, you know, not fun, was there was a lot of suites and lounges. I will say there's a bit of bias to that just because, you know, myself, college student, don't have a lot of money to spend, but it does feel kind of weird coming to this like college rink and then you just see a bunch of like suites and lounges, food, and all of these people who obviously had the money to spend for these tickets. These tickets prices are outrageous, so they had the money to spend to get this experience, and I don't know, I guess that's just kind of just me necessarily not being too happy, just the fact that I'm just surrounded, I'm not surrounded, but I'm just near people who could have this like big experience, and I guess that's just something I didn't want to see in that small little rink. I think it would have been okay if I just had, like, you know, the suites above and that was fine, but the lounge that was to my left was a bit ambiguous because there was security people right in front of the door. You couldn't even go, you couldn't go that way. So if you wanted to go to the other side of the rink, there's only one way to get to the other side, back and forth, because they wouldn't let you go to that side because there's a security person standing right there checking tickets. So they wouldn't even let you touch it. So if you wanted to go to the other side of the rink to go check out the other side, you had to only go the one way to get there. You couldn't at all touch that side just because it was so secluded off. Had like these glass windows around to kind of like, if you're going to build this sort of VIP setting area, don't make it so out there. It just throws me off. Like, it's so in front of my face. With the glass windows, with the branding over it, with the different lighting setup, the different interior. I don't like it. I don't like when I can clearly see the VIP area, and that just doesn't make it right for me. Especially when they can just tower over you. You know, when I'm in my seats, they are technically towering over me and it's right in front of me, especially in a small arena like that. VIP areas and other places like Crypto.com Arena or T-Mobile or any of these other places that are like these huge arenas, it's not so in your face. You can tell it cleared off, and the people who normally get seats, normally in like the 300 sections in the upper sections, you're over them. You don't see them. You kind of just stare from a distance. This one, I'm below them. They're staring right down at me. It just doesn't feel right. And then the suites above, luckily the suites above are so above that I can't tell. I would have to literally avert my eyes there. But that Coors Light Lounge threw me off a bit. That's something I kind of didn't necessarily like. The fact that these people in these group settings in the lounge could just look right at me. It didn't feel great. One thing I gotta say that I think was an awesome improvement, even though it's something I might not be able to experience, is the Devil deck. As you can see in the video, it's right across from the student section, and it's just above. It's literally just a deck, just right at the upper sections where it would be. I think that's an awesome addition. In sports like hockey, baseball, basketball, that have so many games that people will go there just because they want something to do, that's an awesome addition. And I think a lot of teams are going towards that. You can see like the Suns are putting in a VIP lounge that secludes them from the game. LA is doing it at Crypto.com. Las Vegas has their club. The Florida Marlins and Arizona Diamondbacks have these like pool settings that feel more like a club hospitality. That's awesome. In these places, there are so many games going on that I can't keep track. And I think that's something that is very, very beneficial to have. In places like these where you have hockey, baseball, basketball, where there's so many games that people are going just to spend time and just to hang out, it's kind of great to have places like this where you don't necessarily feel like you have to pay attention, that you have to be a fan. You could just casually hang out. And a deck is a great place to do it, where you're just obviously standing room, there's no seating, but you know, put a bar in there. Have a bunch of like bar stools and bar tables. Make it feel like kind of a bar concept like in a restaurant. Like a restaurant would have like outdoor seating. Think about it like that way. Or a restaurant has like an outdoor patio where they hold watch parties and watch events. Think of it like that, where it's just basically like a watch party for this game, where it's just a big group can hang out. I think that's an awesome addition. Overall, this arena is beautiful. It's magical. I'm going to try and go to as many games as I possibly can, but I am super excited to see what the future of Sundevil hockey has. So thank you so much for tuning into my little opinion piece. I hope you guys all enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!